Let's go to question number 19. This is Brittany White, who says, in the Bible, when Israel is mentioned in the context, is it referring to more the people or the land, like the country? For example, Romans 11:26. All right, let's look at Romans 11:26. In this way, all Israel will be saved, as it is written, the deliverer will come from Zion, he will banish ungodliness from Jacob, and this will be my covenant with them when I take away their sins. I believe Romans 11, and I have a verse-by-verse study through the book of Romans. You guys can see it's available on YouTube or on BibleThinker.org if you're interested in going through Romans with me verse by verse. I mean, that's such an awesome book. Here's a cool thing about Romans, side note. Romans is the one book in the New Testament written by an apostle who is like, hey, I can't visit you in person yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my knowledge of the gospel itself in a letter for you. See, most of the other letters, like Ephesians, he's already been with the Ephesians. The Corinthians, he's already been there. There's so much groundwork he's already done for them, and now he's reminding them of things. But in Romans, he lays groundwork. So it's a unique book in the New Testament. It's the laying of the groundwork of our understanding of the gospel, theologically speaking. It's a brilliant theological document that walks through so much of this stuff. But in it, in Romans 11, he's like, hey, Israel's going to be saved. Israel's going to be saved. Now, the Bible, like you mentioned, Brittany, you mentioned this, the Bible talks about Israel sometimes talking about the nation, like the people, I should say, individuals who are part of Israel as a nation. And sometimes it talks about the land. It's the way we use America. Sometimes when I say America, I mean Americans. Sometimes when I say America, I mean the physical land. Like in America, there's a lot of McDonald's. And there I mean the physical land. And so sometimes the Bible's the same way. It's like, hey, it's referring to the people or it's referring to the land. Those seem to be the two categories that I've noticed. People or the land are being referred to. What's referred to more often? I mean, if I had to guess, I would think the people more often than the land. That seems to be the case just off the top of my head. Just I'm guessing, I'm brainstorming with my whatever information I've got in my brain about the Bible there. In this case, in Romans 11, it's definitely talking about the people, because he's saying things in Romans. He's like, yeah, not all who are Israel are of Israel. He's talking about individuals. He's like, just because you are part of the people doesn't mean you are actually in line with the faith that has been handed down through the forefathers. So this is talking about individuals here, not the land itself. So Israel, and frequently in the Old Testament, Israel is being discussed as being gathered from faraway lands. I will send Israel out and I will gather Israel back. So it's the people that are being discussed, and the nation of Israel is, in fact, there's even in the term, the nation of Israel is talking about the land. So more often it's probably the people, I think. But each verse is going to give you context that will help you determine whether it's talking about the people or the land. And it should be obvious once you kind of consider the surrounding verses, like in Romans 11, definitely talking about the people there.